Hey everyone, welcome to the Queen of Ark, your go-to channel for all things ARK Survival Ascended. And today we are actually going to talk a little bit about the event. So it's ARK's 10th anniversary, and I have been playing since the beginning. But they have made Dodos relevant. So I'm going to go show you. So they are not all Dodos, but they have made party Dodos. And when you run around, you can find them, and some of them have party hats. When you kill the ones with the party hats, they drop cake. And there's all different kinds of cakes. So I've been using my little gene scanner to find them. And you see how this one here, he has a party hat? So we are going to kill him. After you kill him, he drops a bag. And then there's cake slices. There's different ones. So I've been collecting a few, but we're going to go around and collect a few more, and then I'm going to show you what they do. So the only problem with the gene scanner is that you can't pick like party Dodo, you can only pick Dodo. But I'm going to just show you that killing a regular Dodo doesn't give you anything right now. Nothing, no bag dropped. It's only the ones with the party hats. Alright guys, so you can see we now have a bunch of different cakes in our inventory. We've got imprint cakes, we've got harvesting cakes, XP cakes, and breeding cakes. And then we've got a bunch of candies, and then we also have just cake slices. So we are going to head back to the base. Look at that, guys. One more party Dodo. Here we go. Okay, so let's go through this in order. In ARK, every time there's an event, go to your Smithy, and there will be a holiday folder. Now, it's not in the replicator or in the fabricator. It's always in the Smithy. So if you go into your Smithy, you'll see holiday. If you click on the holiday folder, it'll be this holidays. So this one is the anniversary, and you can see that you can get a bunch of different things. On it, it'll tell you exactly what each thing needs to craft. So, like let's say we wanted to do this emote. So we're going to put the birthday cake slices in there. It tells you need 5 cake slices for this one emote. If you want a chibi, it's the same thing, 5 slices. The birthday Dino hat is 5 slices, and then there's some skins too. So the birthday shirt skin, shirt and pants. And then there's also other things in here that require other things. So right now we'll craft an emote. I already did the rave emote, so I will show you what that does. So once you craft it, it's not in the Smithy. You automatically learn it. And then to do an emote, you are going to go into your wheel, go to emotes. And then you can see down here, there's all of your emotes are here. Here's the rave one. She's having a blast. And then the other new one is the DJ one, so let's check that out. All right, so here's the other new one, which is a DJ emote. Look at me. That was great. All right, so let's talk about the other slices. So we have got a bunch in here. We've got a taming cake. It says it boosts at 10%. So if you're taming a dino, after you've tranked it out, you put it in there, it'll boost the taming. But I very specifically want to talk about these blue slices today. They are breeding cake slices, and I'm going to show you exactly what they're good for. A lot of people were really upset with the anniversary event that they only gave everybody 2 times for the duration of the event, but they did give us a little something extra. So here we go. I have some Brontos raising over here in my Maywing, or Mayguana, so we are going to take them out of the saddle. So you can see this Bronto is at 53.7% maturation. So we're going to go to the blue slices, and you can see there's a couple different ones, but right now we're just going to do this primitive breeding cake slice. You're going to put it into the Bronto's inventory. Once again, I want to show you 53.7%. Then you are going to force feed it. Look at that. 10%. Automatically grew 10%. This is really good when you're raising like a long dino, for example, like a Karcha or a Giga, and you want to get it out of the baby phase so it's on trough. That'll automatically put it to juvenile. So the next thing I want to show you is we'll put another cake slice in here. And as you can see, there is a 9-minute and 36-second cooldown. I'm going to show you what happens at that when that expires. That time is up. We'll be back. All right, guys, here we go. The timer has got 5 seconds left, and so now the timer is up. Ready? So now we are at 64.1% maturation. We've got another 10% cake. We are going to feed it to him, and look at that. Now it's at 74. Like it's crazy. So if you have enough cakes, you could, in theory, feed it to him or her 10 times over, completely raise a dino from 0 to 100 if you don't care about imprints. So let's talk about the imprint. There are some cakes in here that give you an imprint boost. I've got one right here. I've got a few. So what we'll do is we'll put it in here. My imprint right now is at 67%. We are going to feed that Bronto it. 77%, guys. Just like that. Super simple. All right, so let's talk about a couple of the other cakes and what they do. So this is a taming cake. If you have played ARK Survival Evolved, you know there were bats, the Desmodus, that gave you an elixir. That gave you a taming boost increase. It also gave you a breeding increase as well, similar to that. Then this is another imprint cake, but look at this. It's a mastercraft, so it's going to give you a 20% boost in an imprint. This is another imprint cake with a 10% boost. And if you look right in the middle where it shows the description of the cake, right halfway down, it shows you the boost percentage. These are the harvest cakes. Now, this can also be consumed by humans. So we can eat this if you're out harvesting. Like, these are going to be perfect for element veins. And actually, I will probably do a video on the element vein and using this harvest cake slice with my mantis to see how much more we get. That would be awesome. Then we've got XP cake. This is also consumed by humans. If you want to increase your XP, this does it by 10%. Then this is a breeding cake, which is the ones we just used, but this is a mastercraft, so it's 20%. And then I actually even have an ascendant breeding cake, which is 30%. Okay, so those are the cake slices, plus the regular ones that we put inside of the Smithy to craft certain things. Now there are these candies. The candies do a couple things. They're pretty cool. They change color of your dino. So like, let's say you just feel like being fun and changing one of your dinos. So let's go do that right now. I've got my green or my teal Karcha over here. So we will pick a color. And each one also does other things. So we've got this orange one or the Mastercraft one that changes the color. But then if you look right above the region, it also tells you, it gives you a 10% movement speed buff. And this is for 24 hours unless you cryo the dino. That's important. If you cryo the dino, the effects go away, including the color. This is a primitive one. It gives you a 5% movement speed increase. This one is another primitive with 5%. This is another 5%, 5%. And then I have this Mastercraft, which doesn't show us what color, but it gives you a 15% movement speed. So that's pretty cool. So we are going to just pick one, put it in here. And then what you do, same thing with the cake, is you force feed the dino. And then you can see he is now a really cool, like purple. But then also the movement speed will be increased by 5%. That is the basics of the candies and the cake. I think it's really cool. I love using cakes and stuff and getting different anniversary items. So anyway, everybody, thank you for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Let me know what else you'd like to see. We are also going to be doing a video on the new features of Asteros. They just did a huge expansion of the map. They've literally done this entire top right corner Lemonakis, and then also there's some new building structures. So I want to go through that with you guys as well. So please subscribe so you can see those upcoming events, and then we will talk soon. Thank you so much.